how did the whole angle here with Lacey start to develop? Was that something that happened organically? I mean, reluctantly, you were kind of pulled into this one. How did that get going?
I couldn't say no to Lacey because purely for the fact that I did not have Billy. I could not have Billy by my side, and Lacey was searching in desperate need for an opportunity. And hey, I'm not one to argue with that. I need opportunities too, so I will go along with her. Lacey has this fearless personality, and she does not care who she rubs the wrong way. She does not care what she has to do to get those opportunities. So I'm going along with her so I can get the opportunities. But do I love being her tag team partner? No, I miss Billy.
Though, I mean, and I mean this in a strictly business sense, because obviously there seems to be some extracurriculars going on with Lacey, but does the process of getting to work with Ric Flair make that partnership with Lacey a little bit more acceptable, shall we say?
Well, I've kind of kept my distance from what she's doing with Rick. And that's not the way that I kind of like to go about my business. Sure. or I, learn my lessons, whatever it is. I've been around Charlotte for so many years now. So I've been able to, see Rick and communicate with Rick and get his feedback on things. So I don't need to be with Lacey doing what she's doing to get that. So I'm just going to let her do what she could do, get it out of her system, and then maybe we can reconvene. I don't know.
Going back to your partnership with Billy, I brought up earlier the fact that you guys won the women's tag team championships at WrestleMania almost 2 years ago. Now, hard to believe. When you look back at that night, what does it mean to you to be the ones that you guys won those championships the first time they were ever on the line at WrestleMania?
Yeah, I'm tearing up right now. I'll never not be so emotional about that night. Oh gosh.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry. I'm sorry.
No, it's great. And I have the poster right up above me. I look at it every day. I have the women's tag titles right here with my side plates on it. That's
a belt in WWE, by the way.
Beautiful. But that night, I look back and I will always have the most pure and just wonderful memories from that night, and I hope I never lose that feeling, because that was literally my dreams coming true. And I still can't believe, I still have to pinch myself that it even happened, that we did that on that stage with those women in the same ring. It was just wild, and it was honestly probably my favorite WrestleMania, like top to bottom. The whole card was just stacked, and the fact that we got to do that on that card was just incredible.
Yeah, and I think everybody looks back at WrestleMania 35, and for good reason. They talk about the main event, women main eventing for the first time. Becky walking away with both championships. Like, I got Becky's Becky 2 belts poster back there behind me there. I loved everything that happened that year. But that moment, I think, really also needs to stand out too on its own, and right up there with the fact that it was the first time that these women's tag team championships were on the line. This is something that people like yourself and Sasha and Bayley had been pushing for, and now here they are in the main show. With so many great women involved there in that match.
Absolutely, I agree. Thank you.
I do have to ask you real quick before we go about last summer. You trained for and competed in your first fitness contest, placing in a couple of different categories. I can't even drop 5 pounds if my life depended on it. How intense was it for that whole process and getting ready for something like that? And are you planning on doing more?
It was so intense. That's the exact word that I would use to describe it. I did 3 weeks of just the most intense dieting and workout regime. And I already do those things. So for it to be intense was like, we really stepped it up. It was amazing. I was able to tick it off my bucket list. That's something I had wanted to do since my early 20s. So I'm so glad I had the experience and I was able to do it. Will I do it again? I would like to say yes, but just kind of like the toll it took on my mind and my body afterwards, I would have to be in a really strong mental place to be able to thrust myself into that again because it was intense. But I had the best time on stage. I love it because, you know, I get my competitive side out and I'm like, look at me. I did love it.
What was the single hardest part? Because I know you're somebody who likes to get in the kitchen and bake a little bit.
Yeah, I like to eat. So it was rough because I am a fussy eater, but I kind of got into a groove where it just kind of flowed. By the time we got to the competition, I was just in a groove. I would want to say the hardest thing was I would just have zero energy, especially in the afternoons. I would just have nothing in me. And I still had to do like my afternoon cardio plus ring training. So it was just very draining physically.
Well, you did it. You accomplished it. Like I said, you knocked it off your bucket list. So that's something, just another accolade that you can be proud of. And looking forward to the Royal Rumble on Sunday. Looking forward to you being in the Royal Rumble and watching what's next for you. Thank you so much for your time and good luck moving forward.
Thanks, Rick. I appreciate it.
Yes. Take care.
Bye.